Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. Woo. I'm just slamming things around in my truck. I just got out of church a little while ago. I'm waiting on Mike and Frank because they're in choir practice. We get to come back tonight because we're decorating the church and the Family Life Center tonight. And they're doing a new tradition this year since we have a new preacher and his wife are very involved in the church. Not that our last one wasn't, but they are like uber involved in stuff, which I love. And so Miss Nancy, the preacher's wife, was like, we need one in the Family Life Center, a tree. We need to decorate in there because we spend more time in there during events during the season than we do in the sanctuary. You know, the sanctuary is really mostly just for the church services, and all the events and all of the, the Christmas parade. We open up the Family Life Center and we're doing soup, which I volunteered to head up this year, where we serve soup to the community and let people come in and hang out of the cold while they're waiting for the parade to start. And so I'm excited about that. It's my first big thing that I'm kind of heading up by myself. So that's exciting. But they're starting a new tradition where everybody bring an ornament that symbolizes their family to decorate the tree. So I thought, what better than our 3 Mississippi ornament that our friend and neighbor Alan made to put on the tree later. So I grabbed it this morning to throw in my purse so that later when I go back to church, I won't forget. I plan to hit. So I'm excited about that. That's gonna be fun. And this was a big week, guys. Thursday on Thanksgiving, we had a nice mellow Thanksgiving. We went over to our neighbors in the morning for brunch, like we do for Sunday lunch. We just went over a little earlier and had a lovely time with them. And then Mike and Frankie went out hunting, and I stayed home and with my crippled back. And I cooked a very minimal Thanksgiving meal for just the 3 of us, and we watched a couple Christmas movies and just sort of kept it low key because my back is still not 100%. It's much better. I'm probably at like a 3 to 4 right now on the pain scale, whereas before I hate to say I was at like a 10, but I was there for about 2 days. I couldn't stand up straight and I couldn't hardly walk without, the old Brothers Grimm fairy tale about the Little Mermaid, where when she gets her legs and they describe it as it feels like she's walking on swords because it's like stabbing her legs with each step. That's what I felt like. So lots of Lidoderm patches and muscle relaxers and NSAIDs have helped me through. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I can really start doing some of my stretches and some of my exercises that I know help with my back to really get everything rocking and rolling again. But we had a very nice mellow Thanksgiving, and I decided on Thanksgiving, since our newest addition, No Way, our little outside kitty that is joining Bunko, she'd been locked up for a little over a month in her little kitty condo, and I've been taking her out and loving on her and kind of let her walk on the couch on the porch and stuff. And her little collar came with her name and my phone number like embroidered on it. So I thought, well, perfect. This is a good time to let her out today since I'll be home most of the day. And she is a little adventurer, let me tell you. She sits and has coffee with me in the morning with Bunko, and they play, and they're getting along great. Last night I sat on the porch with them for a little while, and he was grooming her, and they're really great. He tends to stay closer to home. He does go out to the culvert at the pasture and stuff, and like this morning it was raining and he heard me out with the dogs, and he came running up from there soaking wet and not happy because the rain, nobody was expecting this rain that came through this morning. And she was already gone. She'd already gone out for the day, and normally the last few days she's waited until I go in, or till I'm close to going in after some cuddles before she takes off. And Bunko will stay for a little while longer before he goes, and he'll kind of usually go with me on my rounds for feeding everybody and all that. She hightailed it out this morning and probably hunkered down somewhere when the rain started. But she comes in like clockwork once it gets dark. She comes up to the porch, and she's been doing well. So I do know for a fact though that she met the electric fence, because I found she has one of those breakaway collars, and I found it broken away on the electric fence the first night out. So I know she went over to go meet the chickens and got stuck in the electric fence, but she was fine. I seen her since then, obviously. So she's doing great, and she's getting along with Bunko, and she seems to be, you know, she's used to, she was already probably, we estimate probably around 7 or 8 months. And so she's, you know, she had been living in town here. And so who knows how far she'd been wandering from home base then. I think she was staying pretty close to the restaurant, which is right back that way. But she seems to like her new digs, and she's been, you know, kind of, when you call her, she's been coming if she's within earshot. If she's on the porch and on the other side and I say her name, she perks up and comes over. Just like, you know, if Bunko hears me calling him, he comes running. So that's kind of nice. She's getting the feel of it. She's just so tiny. I do worry about her because she is awful tiny. She's just a small kitty, but she'll puff out a little bit, because Bunko was pretty tiny when I got him, and he's bulked up a bit. So we'll see. And he's a good little hunter. He brings me all kinds of rodents and stuff. So one time he left me a snake on the front porch. He loves to do things like that. He's in the giving spirit. What can I tell you? But yeah, so just kind of the last couple days, you know, I did a lot of editing, and I didn't do a whole lot of much because my back was still been kind of recovering. Mike and Frankie went out hunting a few times. In fact, if you saw yesterday's video on 3 Mississippi, Sunday's release, you know that they did go out and they went hunting a couple times. That was sort of a compilation of the first few hunts of the season. I won't spoil it for you, but you'll have to watch and see. But they do plan on, Mike's going to go out tonight by himself hunting. Got to put that meat in the freezer. Frankie's going to be with me at church. And I know that they've got a few days that they've planned to try to go out, the two of them, to go hunting again, because he doesn't want her going out by herself just yet. I'm sure she could, but I think I think she needs a few more hunts under her belt, maybe another season or so, before she can just go out on her own to go hunt. So, and it's good bonding time for them. You know, it's a good thing for them to go do together. And next year, Frankie's already said, because I said I wanted to go out and hunt at least I won't have the time to go hunt quite as steadily as they do. But I'm going to try to get out there once or twice and try my hand at it. I will be practicing, with the rifle ahead of that, because I don't have a lot of experience shooting the rifle. I've shot them like a handful of times, and I need more practice to be more comfortable with it. Pistols and things like that. I'm more comfortable with. Even the 22 that we have, the LR. I've only shot it a few times, so I just need a little more practice with the deer rifle to feel a little more comfortable with it before I decide to go try to take a deer. Because that's one of my things. Is like when we started processing animals, I wanted to make sure that I was capable of doing it on my own with minimal amount of suffering or screw ups, due to the fact that I just was hesitating or didn't know what I was doing. So I watched it firsthand. I really practiced, I guess you could say, so that I could get to the point where I knew I was doing it as efficiently and as effectively as I could with minimal issue. And the same thing would be said for when you're going to go out hunting, because I don't want to be out there gut shotting deers, I want to make sure that I'm getting a good lung shot and I'm dropping them effectively, so that there's minimal suffering and issues like that, and that you don't lose your target, that you don't lose the game that you were hunting, and that it, that I don't just wound it and send it off into the oblivion. That's just part of being a responsible steward of hunting and managing the herd and the land and all of that. So anyway, so that's my game plan, but that's next year. And Frankie already said that she wanted to take me out once at least, just her and I. So so I think that'll be a good thing to go do. And who knows, maybe she'll be good luck for me and I'll get my first deer with her. We'll see. That'd be nice. It'd be nice if I could get my first deer with her, because I love my husband, but sometimes when he and I do things together that he's more knowledgeable about, he will tend to, and he doesn't do this with Frankie, I've noticed. He really only does it with me. I don't know why. He'll kind of like over hover or over splain or like over insert himself, and I don't know if it's because he worries that I'm gonna mess it up or he worries about me. I don't know, but sometimes I'm just like, I need you to let me figure it out a little bit. So sometimes I do better if somebody else shows me something or somebody else is with me. So maybe I'll be good to just have her and I out there. We'll see. But man, I am tired. With having my back out the last few days, I have not had restful nights of sleep. It's been a lot of up and down, and like I would start to move or get comfortable in my sleep and roll a little bit, and the sharp pain would wake me back up, and then it would take me a while to get comfortable again. And so I feel like I need 1 or 2 really good nights of sleep. So hopefully tonight after church I can get home and kind of get to bed and take a break. But that's what's going on, guys. So go check out Sunday's video if you didn't, on 3 Mississippi, about the beginning of the hunting season. And I hope y'all are having an amazing week. I hope you had a fabulous Thanksgiving. And until next time, guys, stay blessed and safety's off.